So Mr. Vin Diesel is no stranger to video games. He's came out with some absolute classics like Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher Bay, which is a very good game by the way. And I might make a video on it, I don't know. And obviously like some crappy ones like the Fast and Furious games and stuff. But all the way back in the ancient times of 2009, a little game called Wheelman was released with Vin Diesel starring as the main character. That was obviously the main selling point because we all know who Vin Diesel is, but we don't know what the hell Wheelman is. Is he part wheel? Is he pot man? I don't know. But all I knew when I saw the cover of this game is that the bold epic man from the Fast and Furious franchise is in the game, and that's it. Anyways, I want you all to sit around the campfire because I've got a story to tell, okay? Back, I don't know when, but it must have been 2009 when the game came out because it was 50 quid. I remember the first time I set my eyes on the Wheelman cover for the Xbox 360, and it was behind this counter in this random shop in the middle of nowhere, and I remember asking my auntie to buy it for me, and she didn't, obviously, because I was too young. But that didn't stop me, okay, because I actually played the demo of the game countless of times. So yeah, I've got a fond memory of the game, and I enjoyed it when I was a kid. So I thought, you know what, now that I'm older, now that I have a bit of money, let me just pick it up, let me just make an awful video on it and see if it actually holds up, or it's terrible, or I don't know. I really don't know. I don't even know why I make videos at this point, to be honest. Look at this map. Oh my god, it's so cool. Like, I might just put it on my wall.
I'm a wheelman.
So the epic world of Wheelman is set in the city of Barcelona. Yeah, it's a bit different for a game setting. Normally, every single game is set in America for some reason. But no, this game decided to be a little bit different, a little bit quirky, and decided to be in Europe. So I'll give him some points for that. The overall premise is pretty simple, to be honest. Like, you're an undercover cop, and it's kind of like Fast and Furious 1, but imagine if you took all, like, the best bits of Fast and Furious 1, throw them in the trash, literally destroy them, and left all the crappy doggy doo-doo bits.
Now I have a car.
That's literally the story. Like, no joke, the story is kind of ass. But it does have a saving grace, which is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is literally awesome. Like, I love the soundtrack. Unfortunately, I can't play it for you. I know, you wanted to hear it. But if you want to hear it, just search it up on YouTube or something. I just don't want to get copyrighted, even though I don't make a single dime on this channel. Like, I make nothing. But who wants to be copyrighted? Come on, like, nobody wants to. Anyways, let's just get into the gameplay side of things. So obviously, because the game is called Wheelman, you're going to be doing a lot of driving, and you can tell they really, you know, focused on the driving aspect because the driving is very solid. It feels very good, and again, it makes sense because it's the main part of the game, and if the driving was bad, then yeah, the game would have been even worse. You can do all this epic video game driving things like drifting and speed boosting and stuff, but the big difference is with this game compared to other games is that you're not just going to be driving. No, you're going to actually be fighting whilst you're driving. So they have this little thing called vehicle combat, which is pretty cool, to be honest. Like, you can sideswipe cars out of the way, smashing into them to take them out and stuff. And also ear jacking. Yeah, so you could jump out of your car 20 feet in the air to another car and take that car. So yeah, it's totally realistic, but overall it's fun. It doesn't even have to be realistic, does it? It's a video game, man. Unlike many other games, you can pull out your pistol and shoot car tires. Like, you know, that's pretty simple. But you do unlock two abilities. One that's called cycling ability, and the other called aim shot. And this is where it gets epic. This is where it gets beautiful. This is where it gets freaking crazy, okay? Because with the cycling ability, you spin your car around in slow motion and take out vehicles. Yeah, look at it. It's beautiful, man. Like that's just epic. It makes you feel like an absolute bad man. And obviously the aim shot is where you do the same thing but forwards. Like, it's literally the exact same, but you're shooting forwards instead of backwards and spinning your car around, you know? So not as cool, but still kind of cool. And obviously with the driving, you're going to be chasing a lot of people and stuff, and a lot of these sections are timed, but they are very forgiving because if you get too far behind in some of the sections, not all of them, the people you're chasing actually stop and let you catch up for some reason. I mean, maybe they wanted people just to have fun and just mindlessly drive around. I don't know, but I kind of wish that was in most of the sections because don't worry, we'll get into the things that piss me off later in the video. In Wheelman, you're not just going to be driving. No. You're going to be third-person shooting as well. So yeah, there are these third-person shooting sections that are scattered throughout the game that I, to be honest, like they're actually alright, to be fair, but they are very clunky with the gunplay and stuff. Like, you can tell the driving sections came first and those came last, but because I'm so sick at video games, these parts were piss easy. Like, they was genuinely so easy, mainly because you're auto-locking on enemies freeze every time you aim down your sights. And also your pistol has unlimited ammo for some reason. But yeah, overall, these were probably some of my favorite parts because the driving parts got very overused and very annoying later in the game. So yeah, it was a nice change of pace, you know? And because it's Vin Diesel, you already know the voice acting is absolutely peak.
With me. You always know right where I am.
And because it's a 360 game, you already know the facial animations are absolutely cursed. No way, a Mortal Kombat reference. Also, for a game that's centered around cars, like the car designs in this game are pretty cool, to be honest. I'm not really into cars like that. I never really was. Like, I do love like Fast and Furious and all those kind of movies, but I don't really care about like the specifics of cars and stuff. Like, I literally don't care. But I feel like the car designs in this game are kind of cool. Oh yeah, and I have bikes too, which are just bikes. They're bikes. They're fast and they're bikes. Believe it or not, Wheelman is a open world game. Yeah, they managed to make this game into a open world game and essentially be a GTA clone. They literally have the 5-star wanted level system from GTA, and the police in this game, man, oh my god, they're so annoying. Like, they made me want to gouge out my goddamn eyeballs, man. But you could go to garages to lose police, which I never did. I literally did it once when it told me to because I completely forgot they even existed. But don't get me started on trying to lose the police in actual missions, man, because oh my days, I'm literally thinking about it right now and I want to cry. I literally want to cry myself to sleep. There's also weapon caches across the city, and again, I never even used them, only once when it made me, because why the hell would you go there when there are guns scattered around all of the shooting sections? Like, why would you do it to yourself? And because it's a massive map, like it's kind of big, to be honest. There are loads of mindless things to do, like activities and stuff, which to be honest are not really the greatest. These activities consist of being a taxi driver, stealing vehicles, destroying public property, escaping from bad guys, street racing, which has complete and utter bullshit AI, hot potato, where you just pick up packages and drop them off, and finally contracts, where you take out an enemy vehicle. That's literally it. And apparently if you do like a bunch of these activities, you actually unlock better abilities and stuff that make the game way easier, but I can't be asked for all that. I just couldn't do it to myself, you know? If I wasn't recording the video, I wouldn't have played any of these. I only did it for the video. Anyways, back to the main juicy part of the game. So unlike GTA, you don't actually have to drive to the main missions. You can actually just start them on the map, which is kind of cool, to be honest, because I am a fast travel demon. I'd be fast traveling in every game. I know that's a sin. I know people are probably gonna unsubscribe and like dislike this video because of that, but I just can't get enough of fast travel, man. I love when games have fast travel. But even the main missions are pretty average, to be honest. Like, you scare dude here, drive, shoot, chase dude, drive, shoot, chase another dude, drive with directions from an NPC, shoot, tailor guy, drive, and freaking drive. Like, it's so simple. It's definitely one of those turn off your brain type of games, you know? And with that, the story is like a generic action movie, and it literally does nothing interesting. And it's not like a good generic action movie. No, it's a crappy one. Like, I genuinely didn't know what was going on half of the time. I'm not even joking. And obviously, the characters are just your generic action movie characters, especially Milo, Vin Diesel's character. The funny thing is, he literally shows no emotion throughout the entire story. Literally not. He's not even happy. He's not even sad. He's not even angry. He's just that. He's just Vin Diesel. There's also various gangs you interact with and stuff, and there's also a Scottish character for some reason. Like, what? Why is a Scottish guy in Barcelona? It makes no sense, but I guess just to make it a bit different, I don't even know. I really don't know. Why is the Scottish man there?
I meant the hot pizza.
The gangs are very different from one another, and they're shown by their symbols above their vehicles and stuff, which kind of reminds me of the Godfather game, if you know what I mean. And you actually work with every single one of them, like playing them from all sides and making them fight against each other, because obviously you're an undercover cop, and that's what undercover cops do. We all know that, right? But yeah, I kind of do like that aspect where you are playing all sides, and yeah, that's probably the most interesting thing about the story, to be honest. The only annoying thing in this game are the amount of cars on the road. Like, I get it's realistic, right? But goddamn, the amount of times that I crashed in this game is unbelievable. All right, it's time to roll up my sleeves because it's time to talk about the things that piss me off about this game, man. So they throw these long ass driving sections at you like it's nothing. They make up 99% of the missions in the game. Like, I'm not even joking. You have to drive clean across the map, back and forth, every single goddamn mission. I must have gone across the map about 5 billion times whilst playing this game. It's genuinely like that one long, you know, GTA GTA 5 mission where you have to like drive around the entire map. You guys know what I'm on about, right? It's like that mission copied and pasted multiple times. I mean, to be fair, the game does have something called Los Lantos. So, yeah, it is kind of like GTA 5, right? Even though this game came out years before. So, maybe GTA 5 copied Wheelman. Oh my god. Well, that's fucking crazy. Anyways, in these driving sections, enemies constantly spawn in. You take out one, another one spawns in. You take out 3, another 50 spawn in. And don't get me started on the loading screens, man. Like, oh my god, why are the loading screens so long in this game? But my least favorite mission is the one in the underground subway. I literally replayed this so many goddamn times. I wanted to choke someone. I wanted to go to Vin Diesel's house and slap him in the face. Like, I genuinely hate this mission so much. But the last 3 missions are actually somewhat decent, I guess. But obviously, because it's me, my game crashed right at the end of the second to last mission, which made me replay the entire thing again. Bearing in mind, this mission is like 20 plus minutes. So I wasted another extra 20 plus minutes of my life, which is insane. Like, just imagine my frustration. But like I said before, the saving grace is the soundtrack, because I do like the soundtrack, so they have that. Overall, the gameplay absolutely carries the game. The story is just, yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. But if you're one of those people that love explosions and mindless violence, and also bold men, then pick it up. You'll most likely have a fun time, before inevitably jumping out of your window because of how annoying these missions are. Anyways, that's it for the video. I really do hope you enjoyed this one, because it was annoying to record, but fun to make. And if you did, obviously leave a like, subscribe, you already know what to do. And yeah, I hope every single one of you have a nice, awesome rest of your day or night, or whatever time it is in the world for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
I'm a wheelman.
With fists like these, I don't even gotta pack no heat. You can't stop me, son.